This video is going to show you how to do some complex data comparisons. You should already have done your pivot table, the simple comparison and categorization, so this is a more complex one. So what I've already done over here is I've built a data table. I'm just going to bold these out to make it look a little bit nicer, and I've not quite finished my range labels yet, so I want to just do the next one. So I'm going to do 40, and you'll notice I've used some symbols there. Now if you want to get those symbols, you can get them in Word just by going into special characters, and when special characters opens you can look for math and you can see the less than or equal to sign and so on are all there, and then when you've got those you can actually grab them and copy paste them into your spreadsheet. So I'm just going to do that one, length less than 60, so I'm looking for a range that's from less than equal to length when it's 40 and then less than 60 there. So let's just bold that one out. Okay, now what I want to do is actually categorize these averages into male and into the right ranges. So what I'm trying to do is say, for the first one, if the average is less than 20 and male, then I want to count it in here. For the next one, I want to say, is it greater than or equal to 20, but less than 40 and male, then I count it here. And then lastly, if the average is greater than 40 or greater than equal to 40, but less than 60 and male, then count it. So what I have to do is use something called a countifs. Not a countif, countifs. So here we go, countifs. So my criteria range is here, first of all. And then comma. So my first criterion range is just to say, is it less than 20? So it's really straightforward here, like so. And then I've got to do my next criterion range, which is to check if it's male. So I'm just going to go across here and grab that one. And then in quotes, that's quite important. You notice it goes green if I get that right, and press enter. So my male average times for catching that ruler, I've got 9 of them fit into that category. So let's do the next one. This is a bit more complicated because we've got another step in there. So count ifs. So my range then, here we go. So I want it to be greater than, oops, I've forgotten the quote, greater than or equal to 20. And then repeat the range, so I can just type that, M2 to M21. And then this time it's going to be less than 40. Okay, and I've also got to add in the fact that it's males as well, so that's C2 to C21. So you can type these in. And again, you have to do it exactly. You see I've typed male with a capital M there. If you typed a lowercase m, it might not recognize it because spreadsheets need to be finding exact matches. Okay, see I've got 1 in that category. And I'm not going to do the next one. Now, what I want to do is pull this data across into the female column. I don't want to have to type a lot of it again. I want to save myself some time because that's quite a big formula. So what I'm going to do first, when we do drag across or drag down, what it does, it adds, when I drag it down, it adds to the row. So it'll say M3 to M23, which isn't very good because what that means is the range will look here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add dollar signs in front of the row values on all of the formula here. There we go. And that's called an absolute reference. And if I want to drag it across, I need to do it in front of the columns. So let's put them in front of the columns as well. So that means I can drag this formula across or down. So let's drag that across. Now you can see that it's looking at the same place, but the problem I've got is that it's looking male. So let's do female, and it's now counted the females. And the same here. I could just do it this way and then just change the values, but that's really important that I understand that I actually want to look at M. So I'm just showing you a few ways. If we'd built the formula initially with those dollar signs in, we could have saved ourselves lots of time. Okay, there we go. So I've counted the females. Now I'm not going to do this one for you, but needless to say, if you can work this one out, so greater than equals 20 and less than 40, you can probably do this one. And once you've done that, you've basically got some very complex categorization of data by building your own table and by using countifs formulas or functions to build that table to do the comparison and categorization.